budding bakers, what a gorgeous Sunday morning. Well, this morning I decided, first of all, before I start, how about my personalised apron? Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Louise. Look what I got. Trish Star Baker. They even got a personalised, it's to look like me with my eyes closed. Am I looking like her? Beautiful Star Bakers. That's what I'm starting today. We're doing kids' school lunch treats. These are divine. They're a cross between, they're not a crumbled bar, they're not a flapjack, they're not a cake, they're chewy flapjack oat bars, and they're absolutely divine. Have a look down here. The ones that we have done today are blueberry. You can do them with raspberries, you can do them with any fruit you want. Now, I tend to do them as frozen fruit because frozen fruit is much cheaper. So, without further ado, we are going to start with 200 grams of porridge oats. In go, 200 grams of porridge oats. Now, you can do this without the ground almonds, and you can also do this without the coconut. You don't even have to replace the volume. They are still delicious. In goes 50 grams of ground almonds, and you have got 75 grams of coconut. The devil's dandruff, my sister keeps calling it, but I do love coconut. So in goes 75 grams of coconut. Clean as you go, clean as you go, boom, 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 boom. Now, this, I am going to show you, I keep telling you, but these are the containers I get in deals for €1.50 for 8 containers. This is how I clean as you go, because I have got these amazing containers. Boom, 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 they stack so beautifully. So, to begin with, we have got our oats, we have got our ground almonds, we have got our coconut. You do not need to have ground almonds, so if you have a nut allergy, you can leave them out. This is also a fabulous recipe if you want to make it gluten-free. Just use gluten-free oats. Okay, so we have got our dry mix. Then I am getting my saucepan, and I have got coconut oil. So 100 grams of solidified coconut oil goes into my pot. And the one I have, let me see, have I got a jar? Just to show you, the empty jar, but just because this is the brand I love, I get that in Aldi, okay? It's a very, very economical coconut oil, and it doesn't taste of coconut. So for those of you who don't love the taste of coconut, the coconut oil is fantastic. And we have got 125 grams of maple syrup. Don't go for the macchiato stuff, go for the real McCoy. So this is dairy-free also. So if you are a vegan, you can use this maple syrup and your coconut oil to stir and melt to combine with your gorgeous oats, because we're doing these flapjack oat bars. Now, one of the things, you can also replace that with honey. So you have 125 grams of honey. So this doesn't take long. So we turn on our gas, give it a stir, stir, stir. I have got a casserole dish or a pie dish. I would say it's about 8 by 8. Now, one of the things is important, that if you go for a tray bake similar to a Swiss roll tray, because that's long, you're not going to get that squidginess in the flapjack. So the deeper the pie, you'll get 9 individual squares like these beautiful boys. Zoom in. And they are divine. Now, one of the things too, I'll get a knife. Da-da-da. Because, whoo, nearly slipped there, lads. Nearly slipped, 'tis all slippy. So if I get one of these and cut into little fingers, you can obviously get more and stretch out your fingers throughout the day. But they are so lovely and jammy. That's what they are. They're like having a jammy flapjack, but they're so good. So we are nearly there. Swirl, 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 swirl. Now, can you see? It looks as if I'm melting candle wax. I am not melting candle wax. I am melting coconut oil. So you have got that gorgeous hue of the divine maple syrup along with that coconut oil. Now, one of the things I do like to add when it comes off the heat is half a teaspoon of almond extract. I love the almond in the blueberries. It's divine if you want to go purely raspberries, but if you don't, that is fine too. So I have got my mix, giving it a bit of a melt, 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 melt. And the next thing I'm going to pour in is my half teaspoon of almond. More! Oh, the smell alone is absolutely divine. Dun, 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 dun. Now, make a well, and I am pouring all this deliciousness into my oats. So if you want to zoom in, so all I'm doing is I am mixing the oatmeal. Now again, you can do this without the almond and without the coconut. So leave out the almond, leave out the coconut. You will have a more jammy bar, which is divine. It's sticky, it's chewy, it's yummy. So you have got your coconut, you've ground almonds, you've your oatmeal, you now have your melted coconut oil, you've got your melted maple syrup, and you've half a teaspoon of almond. Now while we're waiting, keep stirring, we have got 200 grams of mixed fruit. So in that goes predominantly blueberries. When I say mixed, it's about 100 grams of blueberries frozen and 100 grams of frozen raspberries. And it's like you've only got 2 pots, 2 containers. In goes a teaspoon, yum, of honey. That can be a teaspoon of maple syrup. Back on the heat, and all I'm doing for this, wrong one, is leave that, stir, stir, stir until it bubbles, probably about a minute. All I'm doing is just getting it a little bit warm. So we have got our lovely oatmeal mix. We've got, so grease your tray with coconut oil if you're vegan, or with a bit of butter, and add 2/3 of your oatmeal mix. Go into the tray and give it a flatten, 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 flatten. Flat, 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 flatten, 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 flatten. And if you need a little bit more, probably a little bit more for the base. Can you see how much I'm leaving? I don't want an awful lot, but just enough, because that's going to coat the top of it. These are so yummy. These are so yummy. Any excuse to get fresh fruit, or frozen fruit even, or any fruit even, into your kids before they go back to school. These can be done the night before. They're even nicer because the flavour develops. Now can you hear? So we've got our fruit dancing in the pot. I'm putting this 180 into the oven for literally about a minute. So I'm giving this a stir, stir, stir. Just until it melts down. The only reason I am putting the oatmeal into the oven is that it's heating up the oatmeal, which will soak that beautiful fruit soup. So when that fruit literally renders down, only literally about another 10 seconds, that residual juice is going to soak through, and as you can see, it soaks right through, so it makes it really jammy and a gorgeous consistency. Clean as you go, clean as you go. Get rid of all our containers. Boom, boom, boom. That is now done. So we have got our fruit. We get our oven mitts, our tea towel even, and we literally divine. You can see how easy this is. Amazing for kids to do. So you have a mixture of blueberries and you have a mixture of raspberries. Now the raspberries have rendered down quite a lot because they were quite broken up. It really depends on the brand of your raspberries. I was stuck in that I couldn't get the brand that I do like, and the brand that I did get didn't have an awful lot of lumpy raspberries. So again, flatten, 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 flatten. And then with the remainder of your oatmeal, it is almost as if you're creating a crumble. So all I'm doing is I'm flattening it in, and I'm deliberately leaving gaps. Just give it a sludge. Now, one of the things, as I said, with kids in general, you'll find too, as you're flattening it, the blueberries will burst through and you will have these gorgeous cakey bars Now, these ones have been done with your oatmeal, with your coconut, with your ground almonds. These ones have been done without, because I have one particular child that does not love coconut. So they are not in these flapjacks. So you will see, I'll put the photographs up later, and along with the recipe, you can do one without the coconut and without the ground almonds, which are the ones on the chopping board, or you can include them in this dish as well, because I love coconut. And in they go. So 180 degrees for 20 minutes and no longer. Take them out and leave them go completely cold. Chop them into bars, as you can see, but this is only the start. When you have your beautiful little cherubs and they have finished school, or even they're just about to start school and you've no idea what to do for lunches, colour, taste the rainbow is what I do. So when they come in from school, I have prepared a little snack. Now, for those of you who have had my classes when I do my kids' baking camps, this is what we do for our snack. So let's zoom in and have a quick chat. I'm only talking about 1 carrot. So I've chopped up a carrot, I've chopped up about 1/4 of a cucumber, and I've just strategically placed it on the plate. I also have my dry crackers, because kids love to nibble and they love to snack. I've got baby bells, I've got those who just want a little bit of chorizo, I have dried apricot, I have pretzels. They are divine as a kid snack. So when your kids come in hungry from school, if this is already there, either covered in tin foil, now it is not a lot of trouble. This takes less than 5 minutes to get together once you have all your bits and pieces in your fridge. The other thing as well, it's great because you'll actually find which kid loves what, which makes it much easier to do lunches. Hold that thought and I will show you a little selection as well. Ta-dum, ta-dum, ta-dum. And we're getting more ideas and more inspiration. So as you can see, taste the rainbow. So, giving you a rundown of what I do for my kids. Starting with these amazing containers, because they're microwavable. Now, depending on the year, because if I have some in seniors, which would mean they would have access to a microwave. I have others that are in juniors and primary school, which means obviously they don't have access to microwave and espresso machines and sandwich makers. So, with lunches, I have very fussy kids. I have some who don't eat bread at all. So then I make up cooked pasta the night before, and I use a teaspoon of pesto, depending on the child's taste, because some prefer 2 teaspoons, right? So I make up pasta. So in they go with my little microwave containers, and they go to school with their pasta. Then I have these amazing little containers. These amazing little containers I got in, not in Deals, but in a discount store. But Deals, I have a feeling, had some of these. They were either small round containers, you just have to have a nose. These ones were in a discount store that were in Wilton shop in Cork City. Not Cork City, Wilton out in Bishopstown. They come in a pack of 8 and they're about €2, but they're fantastic. So I have got rice crackers. These rice crackers are fantastic, and I get them from Lidl. They're fabulous because I do like to have snacks, and I'm all about my macros. They're only about 100 calories per sleeve of rice crackers, and they're fabulous. They're hot and spicy. You can get plain ones as well. So in they go into a container. So that is another little snack. Then you've got containers where you've got your Ritz crackers. Now you see all these commercial containers where you've got a little Ritz cracker, you've got cheese prepared and a little square of ham, and they're about €2 to get, and they're all processed. This is where you get your own Ritz crackers, you put them into your container, you get another little container and you fill it with cheese. These are another fabulous containers I got in Musgraves. So it's trying to think outside the box with kids for lunches. I have another kid, again, that doesn't want to eat pasta but loves salad. So she will make it the night before, because that's the secret to getting kids to eat their lunch. Get them to prepare their lunches, not you, silly. Designate a time of the day, 7 o'clock in the evening, when they have all cleaned up after dinner, and then it's lunch prep, and they do all their lunches. So again, on goes the lid, and you have got your lunch, and you've got your gorgeous little snack. So this is your salad. Now, with the salad, I have balsamic vinegar, and I also have a tablespoon of olive oil. That goes with the salad for school. She particularly loves pumpkin seeds. So she literally puts it onto a frying pan. I'm not naming who, puts it onto a frying pan, and they're all lovely and nutty pumpkin seeds, and they add the crunch again with her protein, with some cheese, and she's got a gorgeous lunch. So this again, you've got pretzels, lads, pretzels. All of these are fantastic. The pretzels are the mini salted pretzels I get in Dunn stores, and they are absolutely fantastic. The mini crackers I get in Lidl. So it's trying to get all these little things because kids love to snack. So rather than giving them a big fat sandwich, an apple and a drink, if they had a little snacky bit of, as you can see, grapes, blueberries, baby bells, popcorn, and just made it interesting. Popcorn I put into individual bags and I use them again and again before you start charging saying it's all plastic. I use these again and again and again. The reason I do this is because I'm frugal. One full pack of Kilken popcorn will give you 4 bags of popcorn, which means it's practically your every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, lots of popcorn. Little snacks again, because I can control the amount of snacks and Doritos or whatever they're having with regards to their lunch. And then again, as I said, you've got your crackers, you've your cheese, you've your pumpkin. Kids love little bits and pieces. They love having all this. It's like, ooh, what have you got for lunch? Oh my God, this is a boring sandwich. No, it's a festival of flavors. So today we did these most amazing flapjack jammy bars, which are gorgeous for kids and treats. If they don't like blueberries, you can use them for raspberries. You can use frozen fruit, whatever you like. They're absolutely divine. They are dairy-free and they can be gluten-free if you change to gluten-free oats. Look at the rainbow of colours for lunches and inspiration for your week ahead. So I wish all those delicious children out there the most fabulous start to school, because it's going to be amazing. You're going to meet all your buddies. You can virtually high five. Boom, boom. Hey everyone, we're back from the summer. It's an exciting time. Lads, I'm so excited I'll have to go for a coffee. I am going to see you next Sunday at 10.